It burns like fuck. In 20 seconds even for arms stuff. Finally back to filming vlogs. I'm going to try to stick to this and really commit to it. At least one a week. I'll hold myself to it because I'll do one, upload it, and then forget to do another one for the best part of 8 weeks. Or I film it and don't edit it and don't upload it. So that's a big waste of time. Anyway, so today I'm training arms. So I'm just preparing my pre-workout meal shake, which is 120 grams of cream rice, 15 grams of almond butter, which I am using nut butter today, and then 35 grams of protein and a banana. I do find in the past when I've made shakes, I've made them like with very little water, in the thought of like I don't want to be like glugging it for ages. But with some of the stomach issues I've been having, whenever I do blend anything down into a meal recently, I've been adding a fair bit of salt to it, and I've been using as much water as I can. So it's a little bit thinner for my stomach to uptake. Also on the salt, there's a bunch of different ways you can regulate your own sodium intake or salt intake, but I do find getting a set of drug dealer scales, so scales that go down to the milligram, or at least having scales that go down, having normal food scales that have the decimal point is beneficial. But I have I'm pretty sure these go down to, yeah, so that's 1 milligram it goes down to. So I just get my little tub, zero it, and then weigh out 12 grams, and I'll just use that 12 grams throughout the day. Across meals and pre-workout, post-workout, all my shakes, intro shakes and everything else. It allows me to make sure I'm getting enough sodium in, salt in. Because that was a problem I experienced last year in prep, was lack of not sodium intake, but tracking how much sodium I used. So as soon as that dropped for whatever reason, I ran into a bunch of stomach issues. I also noticed it when I am getting enough sodium. The pumps you get in the gym are far superior. Along with that, I also use iodized salt or ionized salt in this cupboard. Iodized sea salt, it's about £1 from Sainsbury's. I find it great for blood pressure, along with normal pink Himalayan salt. And then, yeah, it's arms today. So I'll film all the session. I'll get my friend Dylan to hold the camera and get me chatting to the camera, which is always, once I get going, I'm fine. And yeah, gonna try to do this at least once a week, whether it's a training video or day in the life or day video eating or whatever I'm doing, going to the shops, going to Costco. What else? This is week 2 of said cruise that I am running as well. So I can kind of run this through into the next push off-season phase, because I'm still in off-season. It annoys me when people are still in off-season and they're on the cruise and they're like, oh, off-season starts in 10 weeks. I'm like, no, you're in off-season now. You're still in a calorie surplus, so you're still going to be gaining some amount of muscle tissue. I think people think, often when people start to use steroids, they think that when they're using steroids, that's the only time they're ever going to gain muscle. And I don't think that's the case. But anyway, arms today, get a big pump, because fucking my arms suck. And then finish the rest of the workday.
First set was a bit of a fuck up. Had the safety catchers, the spotters, too high, so touching off my chest. And also, I forgot that when I was warming up, I was doing a thumb over grip. Whereas when I was doing my work set, it was thumb under grip. So So my elbow, I wasn't able to fix my elbows and not really get the triceps moving. Kind of made up for it for the back off set and the drop set that we did. Now we're on to the first bicep movement of the day. Standing Joe curls with CAS grips. So this is basically a D handle with a fat grip built in. If you're like me, I get severe elbow tendonitis and forearm pain. It helps alleviate some of that, along with building up forearms. So now we're doing overhead cuff extensions, seated. We've just done the first two bicep movements. So that was a stand and drill cable curl, and I don't really know what to call it. I'm calling it an AJ cable curl, and obviously you've just seen me do it, so you're supported. It mimics the Nautilus bicep curl machine, which is obviously made by Arthur Jones, hence AJ. So I stole this movement from the hypertrophy coach and Hunter Brada. It's a bit of a faff to get set up, but it's phenomenal once you do it. So last tricep movement of the day, so we're going to do the dip machine, just to hit all three heads of the triceps. I majorly lack triceps, so I tried to hit it with like as big, the most bang for buck movements as I can. So that's why I'm doing this, and close grip press in the same session. And on this we're just doing a normal DC rest pause, so just taking it to failure 3 times. Just rinse the tricep for everything that's left of it really. last movement for the day. Last movement for biceps is a high cable curl. Because we've got 2 sets of cable crossovers or small cable curls or cable machines, we're having to use both, so we're being a bit obnoxious, but the gym's dead. So for this, it's just 6 rounds of a pyramid set, so ideally 3 up, 3 down, 10 reps each set, so it'll be in and out nice and quick.
All I ever wanted was you, but you left me alone inside these empty, broken walls. And I can't see it clearly, but it's obvious. I know that you left